Hey folks, welcome to Virgo season. This video is going to be about the big astrological event that's happening during the season. Just so I'm giving you like a heads up and what to look out for and how to work with it, hopefully. So Virgo season happens between August 22nd till September 23rd. And it basically marks the ending of summer and preparing for fall. So our energy is now shifting, back and forth between, the hot and then the cooler nights and the cooler-ish days, and just helping us wrap up any loose ends that needs to be taken care of during the season and anticipating fall. So like for farmers, we're harvesting things, we're making sure we're getting our food canned and prepared for the fall. And so now we can shift our attention to cleaning up our act and cleaning up so that when fall comes, we are prepared and we've taken inventory of what we have and what worked and what didn't work, and just prepared for what's to come. So what I want to talk about specifically for this season is the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces that happens at 25 degrees. So if you have any mutable placements in the sign, this is going to be really impactful for you. That could be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. You're going to really feel this eclipse because it's happening. It's either squaring your sign, your placements, or in opposition to it. And so these are very challenging aspects that require you to either bring awareness to your situation and how you are participating in the dynamic, or two, needing to make decisions and and just allow the room to pivot and be okay with the consequences of those decisions that you're making. So with this partial lunar eclipse, this is actually the beginning of the Virgo Pisces eclipse series that we're going to be experiencing more so in 2025. It's, we still have a little bit more of the Aries Libra this year, but this is the Pisces lunar eclipse. It's kind of introducing us to the storyline that is going to continue in 2025. So what is Pisces? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, but it's not the least. This is like more, if I like to think about the archetypes of the sign to kind of give me an image, I like to think of Pisces as the sage of the zodiac. This is a very wise sign. This is a sign that understands all the lessons that Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc. had to go through to become who they are. And so Pisces just understands the whole, sees the parts and understands the whole, and therefore can have compassion for anything and everyone, from bacteria to intergalactic beings. So this is a very big picture kind of sign. And and with this eclipse happening in the sign, this is developing our story, or the way that we relate to this archetype, the way that we relate to the sign in our own minds. So if you wanted to look at how Pisces show up for you, you want to look at the house that Pisces rules for you. So if you're like a Leo rising like myself, that would be in your 8th house. And don't worry, I'm going to give you the quick breakdowns of what this eclipse could bring up for you based on your rising sign. So continue to watch to the end and you'll get that insight, okay? So Jupiter rules Pisces, and so Jupiter being in Gemini is a very important. I'm kind of like, what this shining is. Okay, there. Jupiter ruling Pisces in Gemini is also contributing to the the developments that are happening in our life. So we will see a lot of like Gemini themes going on as well. So that could be like, gathering information, sharing information, having to discern what is the right information, good information, bad information, and what to continue to spread. So yeah, we will be definitely seeing that with this eclipse going on. Okay, so lunar eclipse, or just eclipses in general, signify major endings, major beginnings, sudden changes and disruptions, course corrections. I like to see that as that. On a bigger picture scale, it could feel very uncomfortable and you may not even want this course correction. But when it's hindsight, we'll see like, oh, that was actually necessary to go through. So I think course correction is appropriate for the eclipses as well. It also signifies big developments. You've been hearing me say that. Major gains and losses. So, everything in life, well, life in general is about change. And with that, you receive things and you have to let go of some things. So that is definitely a major key player with the eclipses as well. And then, of course, major unearthings. And so things that had been unknown or hidden or suppressed is now ready to come up and be acknowledged. So what is this eclipse, this lunar eclipse that's good for? So I say lunar, right? So that is more associated to the moon. And this is more of like the full moon. So the emotional element of this astrological event is prominent. So we would probably not be seeing what's going on when the eclipse may not be making major physical developments that we can see. It's really internal. It's really like these major internal shifts that are going on as we are reflecting upon our lives. Maybe suddenly we just are not inspired by our lifestyle anymore. Maybe we are not feeling this connection anymore. Maybe we are not feeling this job anymore. Maybe we're not feeling this investments that we've been making, and now we're ready to change things up eventually. So paying attention to your internal processing, what you're perceiving is going to be really important with this eclipse. So yeah, what is this eclipse good for? So major gains in psychic abilities. So Pisces is a very psychic sign. It's a very emotional sign. It has to do with, these things that are unseen but very much a part of our experience as humans here. Pisces know that we are spiritual beings living in a human body. So all these like things that we're perceiving, the things that inspire us, the things that that resonates with us, makes us come alive, or maybe even kind of like makes us question our path. Pisces is all about that, questions what's real. Pisces is all about that, and broadening our awareness of what is possible. So major gains in this, we might be feeling like, more things are possible here. Jupiter and Gemini, maybe I need to go seek out this information. Maybe I need to put myself in places, bigger pools, so that I can be in these kinds of conversations that are necessary for me to live a bigger, greater life. This eclipse can also bring about developments and empathy. So you might, see someone experiencing something that you've experienced before, or you could just resonate with, and you're just wanting to be more compassionate towards them, give them, some insight. That could be a thing if that's not a normal thing for you to do. You might be feeling that more how we are all connected and impacted on a larger scale. That awareness is much greater with these eclipses now. You might also notice some inconsistencies that are, just being revealed. Pisces is a mutable sign, so it goes back and forth and returns back to what it's doing, and then goes and branch off, and then eventually comes back. And so there might be a sense of inconsistency, and you might be like kind of curious about that, like what's going on here? Why is this an inconsistent thing? Is this like a rhythm that I just need to just be aware of and not be so hard on myself about? Or is this not really something I want to own? And I'm just kind of putting that on myself because other people need it or expect that from me. Pisces can be at risk of martyrdom. So yeah, that could be something that we are questioning and looking into and feeling through as these eclipses series starts to develop. There might be some confusion going on. Pisces has to do because of that greater awareness of the bigger picture, and everyday life is not like validating the bigger picture. This is kind of very much like pay your bills, do this physical thing, if you do this, you have this consequence. And it's like very direct. But with Pisces, it's like, if you do this thing, all these things and people and biology and whatnot is impacted by your one decision. And so that can be very overwhelming and very confusing. But there could be sudden awareness, and because of that awareness, sudden changes that are taking place with this eclipse. So that is a development that's going to be happening. And last thing I wanted to mention is like a willingness to wander, because again, Pisces being a water sign, it has that tendency of wanting to wander and just kind of go with the flow and just kind of be where just where the flow is taking you. And so that could be a thing that helps you just build greater awareness of what's around you. And just learning to accept that you don't know everything in an instant. But after some time, you will get some understanding and gain some wisdom. So Pisces can be doing that. So let me go ahead and talk about your rising signs. And how this eclipse could impact you. So if your Aries rising, you will be having likely gain some major gains from your spiritual practice and understanding your mental health situation. This development will influence how you connect with your local community and friends on a daily basis. So yeah, your spiritual practice is really important because, you might be finding so the 12th house has to do with like our the collective unconscious. And so these are the things that we are not aware of directly unless you have placements there and then you're constantly working through that. As for myself, having a Mercury in the 12th house, I'm aware of how the collective impacts my thinking and the way that I communicate. So if you have that, you might have some greater insight on what's going on here. But with that, there could be mental challenges that are going on or mental anguish because you're feeling like I can't be what I want to be because of what happened to me or what happened to the collective. And therefore, this is the storyline that we have. And that can just make you feel very disconnected from your own divinity. But through your spiritual practice, through your daily practice and connecting to your divinity, you will have some breakthroughs and developments going on. And that will help you communicate with your friends in your local community in a much more expansive, enriching, optimistic kind of way. Okay. Taurus rising. So there'll be major gains through social networks and how you go about achieving your dreams. This development will influence your philosophy around money and how you invest in what you believe in. So this eclipse is going to be just showing what is possible for you through your friend groups and how they can support you in doing that, and that your philosophy that you live your life by, especially with your money, is it's impactful in how you make decisions financially. So you'll see what that's about, and hopefully be able to make better decisions financial decisions that are in alignment to what you want to achieve in your life in a greater kind of way. So your money is really impacted with this eclipse. You'll see some developments going on there. Gemini rising, major gains in career and how you take action in the world. This development will help you see the bigger picture and expand what you think is possible for yourself. So yeah, this is really exciting for you, Gemini. You're going to see that you could be greater. You could do things in a bigger way. And your unique mind is is needed in the world at large. And the world is your oyster, you know? This is kind of like just revealing that this is possible for you. People see you as a very important figure in the community, and it's time to rise. And so I see that for you. Cancer rising, major gains through mentors and teachers. This development will help you break away from old storylines and bring hope for what's to come in the new year. So if you're not thinking about going to school, if you're not thinking about getting your master's in something, you don't have to necessarily go to university, but just like studying and being mentored, if you haven't been thinking about doing that, this is, you know, you're going to start seeing some developments and opportunities to do that. And I suggest to just go ahead and go for it, because this is going to be a really big deal for you in the next year. Leo rising, so major gains through other people's resources and understanding psychology. So this development will help you achieve your dreams and your wishes with the support of like-minded people. So if you don't understand your mind, you don't understand other people. And this eclipse is going to be really revealing that to you. And so you're going to have some crash courses that is going to require you to master this in a way. Um, and um, and also this will help build trust with other people that could help you, you know, with their resources, and they see that you see them, and there is this mutual bonding that's going on that can make a bigger dream, a desire happen together. And so in order to do that, you got to understand people. And so I think this eclipse is really going to give you that opportunity and then feel that support from like-minded people. So that's really cool. And it could be, you know, crisis going on, but with that patience and just understanding like there's a bigger thing going on here, and you just need to understand your mind and other people. So I just want to say that too, because it could not always be easy. So Virgo rising, major gains through your spouse, your business partners, or just a significant person on a one-to-one basis. This development will help you get recognized for what you can do and climb the ladder of success through your career or public pursuits. Very good. You know, like if you were looking for a partner, you know, this eclipse could be bringing someone that's very important to you. If you already have a partner, this could be a very significant, you know, eclipse that is going to bring about developments in how you and your partner work together to achieve the relationship goal. And or if you're in a very like unstable relationship, this could be revealing that this relationship may not last, because eclipses could be endings too. So that could be, you know, in the cards for you. Libra rising, so major gains through daily work and building a healthy daily routine. This development will help you put your philosophy into practice and connect with supportive mentors and teachers. And yeah, like this could be I'm hearing healers as well, so I'm just going to say that as well. You know, whatever is going on with your health, it's going to really bring you to your body and just be like, you know, is this my ideal physical state that I want to be in? And if not, then this is time for me to learn and put, you know, some practice in so that my health is good and I'm able to move through the world more fluidly and in greater ways. So yeah, this is going to be calling you to your physical health and paying attention to how you're taking care of yourself on a daily basis, and like if your routines are supportive in what you're trying to achieve and understand in the world. Scorpio rising, so major gains through creative authentic expression and children. And this development will help you understand what you deeply fear and still be bold to take risks. So yeah, this can be really big for you in a very creative kind of way. You might be feeling some surge of creativity, and with that, it could be anxiety. You know, with that, it could be like this, like, oh no, what people are going to think about me. But I feel like at the same time, with Jupiter's support, in your 8th house, it's going to be like, yeah, that's there, but I'm just going to go ahead and take this risk and just see what happens. So I think this is going to be really interesting for you, for the next year, and starting with this eclipse. Sagittarius rising got major gains through home life and family. So, you might notice this. This development will help you connect with people who think bigger, put it into practice, and support you in doing the same. So yeah, it can be just major gains in your home life. You might be more focused on taking care of yourself and your sense of belonging with your family, or just like friends, or just the land that you stand upon, and people that are like you, are wanting to help. That's really cool. Capricorn rising, there's major gains in through your local environment. So this development will help you build a better lifestyle that supports your philosophy and ideas of good living. So I just, with this going on, don't be afraid to put yourself out there within your local community, because there's a lot to gain there. Um, and just get curious of like what's around you and how it can support your philosophy of good living. Aquarius rising, there's major gains through putting personal values and practice into your life and your finances. So, what do you value? Are you putting your money where your mouth is? I think, this eclipse is really going to help you develop and understand this a little bit more, like your sense of worth, and making sure that you are being matched, or just kind of the more awareness of like how you value your time, you value your money. This development will help you be more creative and willing to take creative risks to help you feel more alive. So I'm actually really excited for you, because maybe this is like a birth of a business or just of a creative project that really helps you understand your worth and your, just to understand your value and how you value your time, and just that you're worthy for it. You're worthy for whatever it is that you want and that you desire to see in your life. And you can just practice building value for others to join you in on this. So I think that's pretty cool. Pisces rising. So major gains through your sense of self and wanting to take your life in a new direction. This development will help you improve your home life and sense of belonging to family or community, or just the land that you stand upon. Yeah, like this eclipse is really life-changing. I know that whenever I had the eclipse on my ascendant, it was like I moved across the country back home. And that was like really interesting, because it was like I was back home, but with a new lens of sense of self and identity and how I moved through the world. And so going back home and experiencing this, I managed to meet people that think like I do, and we're about the same things that I do, and we're actually doing the things that similar to what I was doing. And that was cool, because I always thought like my hometown, it was like not about the things that I'm about, like I always felt weird. And so having that experience was very interesting. And I was like, oh, like I guess it is about perspective. It's about how I identify myself and let people see about me. Um, so you might have a similar experience with these eclipses going on in your first house, and then your seventh, moving into 2025. So that is my breakdown for the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. I hope that this video was helpful and giving you some insight on how this eclipse can show up in your life. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can find me at latoya@emeraldastrology.com. That's my email, or Instagram at emeraldastrology. You can DM me there. But yeah, that's what I have to share. So I hope you have a great Virgo season and lunar eclipse in Pisces. Bye.